Okay, in this video, what I want to do is show some unusual schoolhouses or schoolyards that I've done with my number 8 circuit. Now, the first one is schoolyard near Burr, Nebraska, 2007. And I was driving along on a gravel road, and I could see the top of a building out in a cornfield. So I stopped and walked out there and found this schoolhouse in the middle of a cornfield. And in order to photograph this, of course I had to get him rather close, and that's a little too close for what I normally would do to a building, but I had no choice. And it's definitely an unusual scene. I included a lot of the corn over here. I thought that was actually kind of good. And like I say, it's a highly unusual image. Now, I would say that the farmer must have just not wanted to go through the problems of removing the building and the foundation. I can't think of any other reason why he would just plow around the building. But I want to put it on pause for just a second, and I wanted to show you this one called Schoolyard near Cirkut, Montana, 2006. And this would have been done with my 19-inch lens, which is the longest focal length I have. That'll fit on the Cirkut. And this is a desk. And if you go over here, here's the schoolhouse, way over here. And when you look at this, you might say, wait a minute, there's some telephone poles. I always like telephone poles in the scene. I think I don't know why, I just like them. But anyway, you might say, well, the desk is way far away, 100 feet from the schoolhouse. But no, it's not. It's really close. I don't know how close, but it could be, 15, 20 feet, because the lens, it's turning, it's rotating. It's the scene is actually distorted, but you're not aware. That's why one of the reasons I photographed out in the Great Plains is it looks natural. It looks completely straight, but it's not. It's not the exact rendition of reality, but it's kind of interesting to see how it changes the relationship of distances to objects. And as long as you understand how it works, you can make things look pretty natural, as long as you choose the correct subject. I think I'll show one more, and that'll be it. I'll put it on pause. Now, this is called Road and Schoolyard near Keyline, Wyoming, 2019. And like I said, for some reason I like telephone poles and roads, and schoolhouses too. And there's some hay bales lined up along the road, and in the ditch you see some small, I'm not sure what kind, maybe some sunflowers. By the way, I've done some really good images of sunflowers. Maybe I'll do one on that. But anyway, here's the schoolhouse, and this is a 2-room schoolhouse, and it was quite an improvement over the 1-room schoolhouse. And apparently they didn't have enough room, so they built another one. And there was something here before. I've seen a few of these actually still in use, single-room schools, but they're in really remote parts of Nebraska and so on. By the way, I stopped at a historical museum once in North Dakota, and they had some information on 1-room schoolhouses there. And when they first started putting those houses out there, in some cases they had as many as 100 1-room schoolhouses per county. And the idea was that no child would have to walk more than 1 mile to go to school. And out there, that's actually a pretty good idea, because it gets really cold. And if you ever drive along out there, you see these historical plaques of people that froze to death, and all kinds of terrible things happened. So they wanted to keep the schools kind of closed. But anyway, this is another example of, it looks natural, but it is a distortion of the scene. And I think that's about it. I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks.